Now at 6, a community in mourning following the death of a Pittsburgh student in a car pedestrian accident. Plus,
as Memorial Day passes, we officially enter the 100 deadliest days of summer, the time period where fatal crashes, especially those involving teen drivers, are most likely to happen. I'm Samantha Walker, and I'll have that story coming up.
And young artists get to express their creativity during a week-long camp in Pittsburgh.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Pittsburgh School District is expressing condolences and offering counseling following the death of a student in a car pedestrian accident. This is KOIM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. USD 250 Today sent an email to families and staff concerning the death of Jordan Baldwin, a 5th grader at Westside Elementary. Jordan died yesterday from injuries suffered in a crash on 4th Street last week. The district says counseling and support are available starting today. The email says, in part, Jordan was a cherished and important member of our school family. He'll be deeply missed by all who knew him. As we can together to grieve, we ask for your compassion, sensitivity, and support for the family. As Memorial Day passes, we officially enter the 100 deadliest days of summer. It's the time when fatal car accidents, especially involving teen drivers, are the most likely to happen. Samantha Walker has more on local efforts to make the roads safer.
This year, AAA projected a record number of drivers on the road for Memorial Day weekend. Experts say that increase in drivers is a part of what makes this time period the 100 deadliest days of summer.
Also, pedestrians, cyclists, runners are out enjoying the nice weather, and that could really lead to an increase in the potential for issues and unfortunately, crashes that involve injury and even death.
According to the Joplin Police Department, May is one of the top 3 months they see crashes in. This time period is especially dangerous for teen drivers.
About a third of all deaths that involve teen drivers throughout the year occur during this period between Memorial Day and Labor Day.
According to AAA, nationwide, more than 7,000 people died in teen driver-related summer crashes from 2013 to 2022. In 2023, there were 97 total crash deaths in Missouri alone, with teen drivers involved.
So we get a lot of local wrecks. Before this, I was a fireman here in town and was firsthand seeing a lot of the wrecks, and especially this time of year when people are over the road, and drinking was involved.
The Joplin-based nonprofit Alliance of Southwest Missouri hosts a driving safety course with the hopes of making people of all ages more confident and safe on the road. The coordinator of the program says nowadays there are a lot of distractions that could lead to wrecks.
I think everybody realizes when you don't use a cell phone, you're doing everything right. You kind of tend to forget that a lot of the other drivers do not drive like that. A lot of them are on their cell phone or kids in the car. Young people with a lot of friends in the car is a major distraction.
They say taking steps to be safe on the road isn't just about protecting yourself, but those around you as well.
They feel like they're good drivers, but they lack experience in evading car wrecks, somebody coming in their lane, crossing over the yellow line, and overconfidence is a lot of it.
Our decisions behind the wheel can affect not just our life, but the lives of our passengers, the lives of those drivers and pedestrians and cyclists around us.
Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOIM News.
Experts with AAA recommend parents work out a driving agreement outlining who is allowed in their car and where and when they can drive. All right, take a look at this. Firefighters in Independence, Kansas respond to a truck fire early today, and they found it fully engulfed in flames. Independence rural firefighters were able to quickly extinguish it. It was quite a sight, as you see, but no injuries were reported. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney now for a first look at the weather.
Well, we've had a rainy weekend and a few rainy days heading into the week. Now, luckily, all of our little rain showers that we saw today moving out to the east. Now we're still going to be dealing with overcast skies for the rest of the evening. A few of those showers trying to linger through the early evening hours, and then clouds start to break later on this evening. once those clouds start to break, we are going to start to see fog developing. So it's a little take and give out there. So we've got fog developing overnight into early Wednesday morning, dropping in some isolated areas, visibility down to less than 2 miles. It burns off very quickly, all out of here by about 8 a.m. And then we're in store for a really nice day tomorrow, getting into the low 70s and finally seeing the sunshine again. I'm going to have those details coming up.
See you soon. Today, young artists set up their paints and canvases for a week-long art camp. Art Form Gallery in Pittsburgh is hosting the event to give students a chance to express their creativity. An instructor says the camp provides a way for young artists to learn some real-world skills.
We need to help people, especially young people, become problem solvers and designers and creators and get those juices flowing, and to do something tactile, spend a little less time on the screen and some time doing something with your mind and your body. Just really important. I think it's just really healthy for kids to be involved in art.
The students in the camp range in age from 6 years old to 17. It's a semifinal slugfest on the baseball diamond today. John Dales has more from Diamond versus Kennett coming up later in sports. But up first, warm weather might mean more outdoor time for you and your family, but it can also mean more indoor time for some summer pests. As cleanup continues across parts of the Show Me State following recent deadly tornadoes, a number of advertising companies have stepped up to provide communities with crucial supplies for their homes. Members of the Missouri and Illinois Outdoor Advertisers Association have put aside their rivalries by offering old building vinyls as tarps. One Missouri state representative underscored the need for people coming together.
The biggest disaster to hit this region since the late 1950s. And so it's important that we're coming together and working together.
One advertising company, Outfront Media, has also decided to use ad space on their digital billboard to direct people to areas where they can get the resources necessary to recover from the storm. Springtime is in full bloom, bringing with it new life, the beauty of nature. Unfortunately, that's not all it brings, as bugs are making their seasonal return as well. Pest control companies across the 4 states are already reporting a spike in calls. KOAM's Lonnie Walton caught up with a professional for advice on how you can keep these unwanted guests out of your home.
I do love butterflies. Monarch butterflies are gorgeous.
Valerie Tritchell is a local enjoying the day in the park. We asked her and others what their favorite outdoor bugs are.
I love caterpillars and I love bees. Without bees, we may never survive.
Definitely a butterfly. I love all the different colors that they come in. I love that they symbolize like rebirth and new beginnings.
Although all these people love these bugs, there are some they don't want to see in their home.
Definitely spiders.
If it has more than 4 legs, I hate it.
The cockroaches.
Well, David Sullivan from Plunkett's Pest Control in Pittsburgh has some advice for these locals.
Cockroaches can be brought in from just about anywhere, on Amazon packages, from the grocery stores.
Not only that, Sullivan says he's seeing ants, and guess what else? Spiders.
Spiders, we're definitely seeing an increase in spiders, particularly the brown recluse.
And why do they want to be in our homes?
Food, water, and shelter. And if they find these things in your home, they will set up shop.
And if one of our locals happen to see a cockroach,
probably kill it.
If these bugs come anywhere near Valerie, she says she's got it all figured out.
It's called a husband.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Yeah, leave it to the husband, huh? Sullivan goes on to say it's important to keep windows and doors properly sealed to help keep your home pest-free. A little bit later, the Cardinals and Royals look to improve their records. John's going to have the latest coming up later in sports.
And we have a little break in the rain chances before more kick off later this week. We're getting into the end of the month where we're starting to see a summer pattern getting switched over to. Now you can see downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Still overcast skies, dreary weather, drizzle, and thunderstorms. We've been seeing that pretty consistently over for the last couple of weeks. Now we're finally getting into, again, the end of May, beginning of June, where we're going to start to see that pattern shifting a little bit. Unfortunately, not for the next couple of days. We still have a couple more days with some of this dreary weather. Rain showers today are out to the east of us. We're still dealing with overcast skies. And then we have a break tomorrow where we're not really going to see any rain chances until later in the evening and through Thursday morning to early afternoon. Outside of that, we're looking pretty good. And even with these storms coming up, we're not expecting a severe threat. So we're going to get some evening showers on Wednesday, and then Thursday, scattered showers and scattered thunderstorms. But like I said, low potential for any of those storms to become severe. So let's walk through our Wednesday. By 8 a.m., we're still dealing with a lot of clouds, but those clear pretty quickly. And then we're getting mostly sunny skies, a few parts of the day where it's still going to be a little cloudy out there. And then later into the afternoon, a few showers start to push in, mostly to southeastern Kansas by about 7:30 to 8 p.m. And then heavier rain and thunderstorms start to push in later in the evening. Again, southeastern Kansas and into some of our northern counties. This is now about 11 p.m. So most of the rain and thunderstorms are going to be overnight storms. But again, no severe threat, so you can sleep through these just fine. Now about 3:30, you can see heavy rainfall, southeastern Kansas, some thunderstorms embedded in this, and then getting into the Joplin metro. These continue to push off to our east by the time you got to wake up for the morning, get to work, get to school. Now about 7:30, still dealing with some widespread showers. All of this starts to break apart. We're left with a couple more isolated showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two later in the afternoon into early evening. But you can see by about 7:30, 8 p.m., back to sunny skies across the area, and finally getting a break, a longer break in the rain chances. Now we've seen quite a bit of rain accumulation, so luckily this is going to stay pretty minimal with 1/10 of an inch all the way to about 1 inch of rain accumulation expected. After that, we go into a ridge, which is a high pressure system that brings warmer weather, sunny weather over the weekend starting on Friday. So we're out to sunny skies on Friday, temperatures getting into the upper 70s and low 80s. Now we do have a slight chance for a couple thunderstorms Saturday afternoon. It's not going to be widespread. We're left with, you can see this little shortwave trough, like a kink in our upper level flow. So it's not a big threat there, but it could be bringing some storm potential. We have a lot of surface heating throughout the day because we're getting into the mid 80s and some of those storm chances passing us through. After that, we're back into that warmer weather consistently through the weekend and into next week. A couple of rainy days forecasted over next week, but really most of the 10-day forecast is going to be pretty sunny, pretty warm. Like I said, we just have another two to 3 days where we're going to see cooler and potentially rainier weather.
But overall, definitely trending towards summer, warmer and a bit drier anyway.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Lindsay. We have the perfect way for you to stay ahead of severe weather season. Scan this QR code with your phone. Head straight to the updated weather resources page on our website where you can find information on storm shelters, weather updates, closings, and road conditions. You can also find tips for watching live streams in real time. It's called the Weather Resource page on KOIMNewsNow.com. Still ahead, Seneca High School baseball hosts Logan Rogersville in a sectional playoff game, and Diamond High School softball plays in the state semifinals. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
Diamond High School softball won the Class II state championship a year ago. The Wildcats did so with an extra innings victory over Kennett in the state title game. And this afternoon, those same two teams meet again, this time in the state semifinals. Rematch of the 2024 state championship, Diamond against Kennett, this time in the Final Four. Lady Wildcats waste no time getting started. Top of the first, they're already up 1-0 after a sac fly, and Talon Daniels keeps the line moving with a single to left field. Next batter, Kenzie Crook, and she drives one into the gap in right center. The Wildcats are up 3-0, 2-run score on that play. The RBI double from Crooks. They're not finished in the first. Next batter, Talon Ingle. She hits a bloop into shallow center. That drops as well. Wildcats have runners on the corners. Next up, Sarah Roselle, who bounces it sharply back to the pitcher, and her throw to first gets away. Crooks scores from third. Engel comes all the way around to score from first as well. Diamond jumps out to a 5-0 lead in the first, and about an hour ago, the game went into a weather delay. Wildcats lead 16-8 in the 6th inning. For high school baseball in Missouri, only a few of our local teams remain alive in the playoffs. 2 of them are in action tonight, and those are Class 4 sectional games for Nevada and Seneca. If they both win, they'll face each other in the quarterfinals later this week. We start with Nevada, who's on the road tonight at Blair Oaks. This one just got started at 5. As we come on the air, Nevada trails 1-0 in the 5th inning. Tigers got here by winning the District 10 tournament. Now they need a comeback to keep their season alive. Elsewhere, Seneca is at home tonight, and the Indians take on Logan Rogersville in another Class 4 sectional. Seneca scored the first run of the game, brought in 1-0 lead into the 4th, but Logan Rogersville has scored 4 unanswered to take a 4-1 lead as we come on the air. Like I mentioned, the winner of this game faces the winner between Nevada and Blair Oaks in the next round. I'll give you a final score update from both contests later tonight at 9 and 10. In the Mid-America League, the Joplin Outlaws are back in action tonight. They begin their first road trip of the season with a rematch of last year's league championship game against the Flying Bison in Abilene. Joplin is off to a 2-1 start to the season. Abilene 3-0. First pitch is scheduled for 7:05. I'll update the final score on this one tonight as well. And closing things out with a look at Major League Baseball. Yesterday, both the Cardinals and the Royals lost the opening game of their respective series. Cardinals are in Baltimore. This one already underway. It just got started at 5:30. After last night's win, the Orioles, they're riding a 3-game winning streak, which is the longest of the season so far for them. Cardinals could use a win tonight. They've fallen to 3 games back of the Cubs in the NL Central. Royals are just about to get started in Kansas City. First pitch scheduled for 6:40. They lost to the Reds 7-4 yesterday, and they're now in 4th place in the AL Central, which is absolutely loaded with playoff contenders like the Tigers, Guardians, and Twins. Back to Diamond High School softball, who we were talking about a little bit earlier. That game, obviously, you still got about 1 inning left to play once it resumes from the weather delay, but the Wildcats look like they're getting ready to play for another state championship tomorrow.
Up 16-8 in the last report. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. Pittsburgh City Commissioners tour a new downtown outdoor hangout. Plus, a delay in FEMA funding prevents a bridge rebuild east of Springfield, and Freeman celebrates 30 new graduate nurses. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports. You can download the KOAM News app. It's absolutely free of charge. Might as well download it right now while you're thinking about it. You'll find it in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. And of course, you can go again to that QR code. Just search for the KOAM News app if you're looking at it otherwise. The weather has some changes ahead.
Well, we've got a couple more days where we might see a little bit more dreary, cooler weather. That ends on Thursday with those rain chances non-severe, but for the weekend, 80-degree weather and sunny skies return.
Feeling a lot more like summer. Final sports note.
I'm going to have an update on all 3 of those high school baseball and softball playoff games happening in Missouri later tonight.
Looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us. See you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.